Stephen Webb returned for his second game on Jeopardy! He won an impressive one-day total of $38,401. After thanking Johnny Gilbert, kinetic destruction was, and welcome to Jeopardy! Our new champion, Stephen Webb, enjoyed a big payday yesterday, taking the lead into Final Jeopardy and then confidently responding, "What is Top Gun for the win?" Can he continue his flying ways today, or will Ali or Brad take my breath away? That rhymed. Stephen got the first daily double. He made it a true daily double, got it right, and went to $3,600. In the Roman numeral 400. I tried to memorize my Roman numerals and I couldn't get this one. What is ID? The answer was, what is CD? Well, now I know. Yeah, because I know C is 100 and D is 500, I have to go down this rabbit hole. So, C is 100, CC is 200, CCC is 300, CD is 400, D is 500, DC is 600, DCC is 700, DCCC is 800, CM is 900, and finally, and of course, M is 1000. Now let's do the year Ken Jennings was born. 1974. MCMLXXIV. The last question included the word hereditary, and I couldn't not think of the 2018 horror film that recently got sentimental for me. Brad ended the first round winning $4,400. Ali was in third place at $1,800, and Stephen was in the lead at $10,200. Brad got the first daily double in Double Jeopardy, waited to $5,000, got it right, and went to $11,800. The same year she completed her quartet about the undead. Her novel, The Host, deals with aliens taking over human minds. Brad buzzed and answered, "What is Myers?" which is incorrect. Then Ali buzzed and answered, "Who is Anne Rice?" which was also incorrect. After Stephen didn't answer, Ken told Brad, "You were so close, Brad, Stephanie Meyer without the S." It's always tough when the contestants are so close and the answer is still incorrect. Meanwhile, I had the time code for this and Meyer right next to it, so something like this. Obviously not remembering why I added this in my notes, just that I wanted to include it, I immediately thought of Troy Meyer. One of two present-day European countries where the title Infanta is used for the daughter of the monarch. Stephen Buzzer answered, "Where's Spain?" to which Ken added, "Or Portugal," to tell him that's correct. So Spain and Portugal use Infanta to mean the daughter of the monarch. I guess that's where we get the word infant from. This term for Scottish lord was a title Shakespeare's Macbeth held twice over his active regicide. The answer was, "What is Thane?" which I had to add just because I actually didn't know.
He got both daily doubles.
Brad got the second daily double in Double Jeopardy, risked $4,000. Unfortunately didn't answer and went down to $10,200. Charles Dickens' friend Charles Frederick Field was one of Scotland Yard's first of these, named for their uniform garb. Brad then answered, "What is plain clothes?" Plainclothesman? This native of Jackson, Mississippi wrote the novel Delta Wedding about his southern plantation family. Brad buzzed and answered, "Who is Faulkner?" Then when no one else buzzed in, Ken told him, "I think Faulkner would be surprised to find himself in a women's authors category. Who is Eudora Welty?" Brad then exclaimed, "Oh no, I hope I don't go viral." He most likely will just because of that and because he selected Women's Authors 2000, further adding to the virality. Obviously you're under pressure when you're on camera, so you're bound to make such a mistake or two. Just because Brad answered Faulkner in the heat of the moment, I looked up William Faulkner Southern, and the first search was William Faulkner Southern Literature. So William Faulkner was known to have written under the Southern Gothic genre. The paragraph reads, "It's such novels as The Sound of the Fury and As I Lay Dying, Light in August, and Absalom, Absalom." He explored the full range of post-Civil War Southern life, focusing both on the personal histories of his characters and on the moral uncertainties of his increasingly dissolute society. I looked up the setting of each novel and all of them take place in Mississippi, so that explains Brad's confusion. And just because I almost typed, so that explains Stephen's confusion, as well as referring to Matthew as Marcus just 2 videos ago, and I read Jeopardy scores wrong in many of my reviews, I'm definitely not faulting Brad for this. Brad ended up with Jeopardy winning $10,600. Ali was in second place at $2,200, and Stephen was in the lead at $21,800. The final Jeopardy category was sports. The question was, in 2010, they introduced the 4-point shot, 35 feet from the basket. Just like Matea, I don't know anything about sports. Brad answered, "Who is Ina Garden?" which Ken had trouble reading at first. Who is Ina Garden? Ina Garden. She is a woman author, but not much of a basketball innovator, I'm afraid. The audience laughed. I wonder if he named a women author just because he didn't know the Final Jeopardy answer as some sort of redemption, I guess, for Faulkner. The answer was the Harlem Globetrotters, which I couldn't read from Stephen. They are the basketball innovators with a 4-point shot. Stephen wagered $500, taking his score to $22,300 and is at a 2-day total of $60,701. $60,000 in 2 days has been common among Jeopardy players recently. Let's see how much Stephen can win more tomorrow.
And as always, thank you for watching.